Man, y'all know what time it is, bruh. It's WrestlePalooza official review, results, deep dive conversations, man. Man, that intro to WrestlePalooza was off the fucking charts, bruh. Tap in, subscribe, show me some love. Welcome to the official review of Wrestle.
Welcome to! You're listening to the Wrestling Takeover.
What is your name?
With your host, Jordan Turner, who's always gonna keep it real.
Come on, King!
Inside and outside the ring.
Let me make myself clear. He's got the fans behind him, King.
It's time to take over, King.
Are you ready? He's all fired up now, King. The Takeover.
Let's go.
Triple H tells fans to expect surprises at the 2025 WWE WrestlePalooza official Premier Live event dropping on ESPN. How is everybody doing? Welcome back to the Wrestling Takeover podcast. Thank you so much for joining me. If you guys are out there and you guys are listening to the Wrestling Takeover podcast via audio platforms on YouTube, Apple Podcast, Spotify, or wherever you get your audio-based content, peace and blessings to each and every one of y'all, man. I really appreciate it. I am a WWE-based podcast content creator. I do audio-based podcast, as you guys know. Triple H is somebody who needs to be very, very careful. He tells fans to expect surprises at the 2025 WrestlePalooza Premier Live event, like I said. And a lot of people are going to give their 2 cents. They're going to give their opinions about what they liked, what they didn't like about WrestlePalooza tonight. I'm going to do the same thing. As you guys know me, I'm always honest with my opinions. I never bullshit. I never sugarcoat. That's not what I'm about, bro. That's not what I'm about. If y'all want the real talk, if y'all want the real in your face, just opinions, you ask me a question, I'm going to give y'all the fucking answer. If y'all want to hear my opinion, I'm going to give y'all my opinion, raw, uncut, uncensored. But I'm always keep it respectful. We're going to start off this podcast tonight by saying that WrestlePalooza didn't bring us anything. No surprises. We didn't really get much. And I feel like a lot of people's expectations were just a little bit too high. I didn't really expect much, quite frankly, from this WrestlePalooza Premier Live event on ESPN. Before we get right into the official show, giving you guys my in-depth analysis, breaking down what happened on tonight's show in regards to, every match on the show. I want to talk about the production. I want to talk about Triple H. Triple H needs to be very, very careful with the words that he says because fans keep receipts. He was talking about surprises. What type of surprises are you talking about? Was it The Undertaker appearing tonight? My GOAT appearing is great. That really didn't do much. Stephanie McMahon announcing, or The Undertaker announcing that Stephanie McMahon is going to go into the Hall of Fame. Bless Stephanie McMahon. She looked genuinely excited, but also she looked annoyed because I don't think she wanted to be a part of what we seen tonight. And she didn't really want to be just out there like that. You know what I mean? She looked a little bothered. That's just me from what I seen. But shout out to Stephanie McMahon. Salute to her. One of the best. You know what I mean? No doubt about it. But was that the shocking surprise? Or was the surprise Stephanie McMahon winning the women's world title? Even though a lot of people suggested that she was probably going to win tonight. Triple H is coming off like Tony Khan, where this big grandeur, something crazy's finna pop off. Fans speculate. They speculate what is going to happen. And then we ultimately get nothing. I seen that tonight. A lot of fans before the show were speculating, what's going to happen. And was this a thumbs up show or was this a thumbs down show? In terms of the in-ring ability, this was a thumbs up show. In terms of atmosphere and vibe, moments, this was a thumbs up show. Presentation, thumbs up show. In terms of story, this was a thumbs down show. I am ultimately going to give this show a thumbs up, but Triple H really needs to work on when to announce like things are going to come and excitement's going to be through the air, because I'm going to be completely transparent with each and every one of you guys, man. WWE really hasn't been doing it for me. I just haven't been really enthused and really excited. And from what I'm seeing on social media, it really seems like WrestlePalooza really let a lot of people down tonight, especially that open. I'm going to talk about it. I'm going to break that down. I don't know what y'all thought was going to happen in the opening. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to zing everybody. I'm not trying to call people out or disrespect people, but I'm always keep it real on my fucking show. I don't know what the fuck y'all thought was going to happen in the opener. What y'all thought was going to go down between John Cena and Brock Lesnar? What y'all thought was going to go down? That people were upset. People were like, yo, what the fuck is this? I didn't expect that. What the fuck did y'all expect, bro? Real talk. What did y'all expect? F5s, attitude adjustments, This is Brock motherfucking Lesnar we're talking about. You feel me? This is Brock Lesnar we're talking about. John Cena and Brock Lesnar were not going to go the Cody Rhodes route and John Cena match at SummerSlam. They weren't going to do that. They were not going to do that. People were pissed. People were pissed and making videos and tweeting their opinions left and right of their frustration. I was sitting there watching it like, okay, here's what it is. You know what I mean? That was just my immediate reaction to Lesnar and Cena. Now, WWE, I'm going to be completely transparent with you guys. I don't give a fuck how people feel about it in WWE, respectfully. I don't. I'm a fan, and I'm going to give my 2 cents. I'm going to keep it respectful, but I just is what it is with my opinions. I don't know. Shout out to John Cena. John Cena, it was obvious. You know what I mean? He put over Brock Lesnar tonight, and John Cena loves putting people over. People thought that John Cena needed to win this match. I think he needed to win this match also, but at the same time, this is Brock Lesnar, somebody that not WWE, but John Cena holds dear, right? And I feel like John Cena was okay to put over Brock Lesnar. Like, he wasn't tripping. It wasn't a problem. But John Cena is always going to do business. John Cena is always going to do business. You feel me? So, I don't know what people expected in regards to that match. a lot of people were pissed. Like, a lot of people were pissed. And I really wasn't. It is what it is. We got the match. But that's not really what I want to talk about. What I want to talk about with regards to John Cena is WWE. I know John Cena doesn't pick his opponents. I know John Cena kind of lets WWE do what they got to do. He's going to ride with the punches. He's going to pull with the punches. You understand? But WWE, respectfully. Yeah, what the fuck are y'all doing with John Cena's final run? John Cena's final run, the best word to describe his final run has been underwhelming. It really has been underwhelming. You're rushing a match with Randy Orton. You're rushing a match with CM Punk. You're rushing a match with Brock Lesnar. Not really promoting these matches as really a big fucking deal. You get me? WWE has completely botched John Cena's final run. His heel turn was dog shit. Let's keep it a stat. Let's cut the nonsense. His heel turn was fucking terrible. The execution was great, but the follow-up, Rock, was underwhelming. And people thought The Rock was going to appear tonight. Y'all niggas are tripping, bro. Like, y'all niggas' expectations are too high. I understand it's the first pay-per-view Premier Live event. You feel me? Whatever you want to call it on ESPN. In terms of presentation, they knocked it out of the park. You feel me? They knocked it out of the park, did WWE. With the presentation, the video packages, the promos, the pyro. It was great. It was great. But what we got tonight, yes, it is a thumbs-up show. The best match to me was Io Sky versus Stephanie Valkyrie. Coming in second is CM Punk and AJ Lee versus Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch. The worst match of the night was the Usos and Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed. That's just me. I didn't expect much from Brock Lesnar and John Cena. And Cody Rhodes and Drew McIntyre. That was underwhelming as fuck. And I'm going to throw some truth bombs just from my point of view with Cody Rhodes, Drew McIntyre. I'm just going to throw truth bombs really this whole entire podcast. So I hope y'all ready for it. But again, welcome to the Wrestling Takeover Podcast. This is the most creative and honest podcast in the space. Y'all know what it is. Y'all know the vibes. Let's get into the official review and giving you guys my just real thoughts on what I thought of WrestlePalooza. Like I said, John Cena and Brock Lesnar, I didn't expect much. We got what we got. A lot of people were disappointed. A lot of people were pissed off. But I'm going to kind of move on with that match because I expected what we got. The Usos. Yeet. Jey Uso, man. Jey Uso, man. I think I seen all we need to see with Jey Uso. Jey Uso got the crowd. Yeet. You understand? I love that shit. That's cool. God bless Jey Uso. Great. His entrance with the Usos tonight was long. I mean, I'm thinking, yo, nigga, are we going to start the match? Like, real talk, that's what I was saying to myself. I'm just like, bro, are we going to start this shit? Right? Like, respectfully. This match underwhelmed. This match was really boring. I'm going to be honest. It was boring. The vision, I don't know what they're doing with it. It is on the cusp, or it might be there right now to some, with the Death Rider storyline and it going on in AEW. AEW had their pay-per-view tonight. Hopefully they killed it. But this was all about WWE tonight. The vision, it's not clicking for me. I don't know their mission statement. I don't know what they're trying to accomplish. The only thing I do know that they definitely are trying to accomplish, and this is going to be a bigger story going on through the show. Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed are two new big-time superstars. They're trying to establish these two guys as, the future of WWE. And I feel like WWE has who's after Roman Reigns? Who's going to be that big-time new superstar type of problem? Because they have that problem. Whether you want to believe it or not, you can say Cody Rhodes. No, it's not Cody Rhodes. I'm sorry. It's not Cody Rhodes. Roman Reigns is still the guy. Cody Rhodes is he's doing his. I'm going to get to Cody Rhodes when I get to the main event, but in reality, we all know it's really Roman Reigns right now, who is the guy right now in the WWE. But this tag team match, I'm happy the Usos are back. Finally, it's about damn time. Jey Uso has the worst spear I have ever seen. His spear is terrible. Ooh, my bad, guys. Jey Uso's spear is terrible. It's a terrible spear. It's not good. I'm happy the Usos are back together. Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed are great. The future is great. But the Vision, I don't care about the Vision anymore. I really don't care. I know we've seen the introduction with Paul Heyman and Brock Lesnar. Is Brock Lesnar going to join the Vision? Who knows? A lot of people were mentioning that tonight, during the pay-per-view. So that's going to be very interesting to see where that goes. Potentially, we're going to do another partnership, bringing back together one of the greatest partnerships in WWE history between Brock Lesnar and Paul Heyman. Who knows? That's going to be a wait until type of situation. But this tag team match didn't do much for me. I really didn't care for it at all. The Usos got the win. They were the white winners here. I'm sorry, not the Usos. I'm sorry. Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker they were the right winners tonight. They needed to win this match desperately, and they got the win tonight. So salute to Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed. I've seen people on social media kind of telling me that that chair spot with Jey Uso when, Braun Breaker was a botch. That was not supposed to happen. The blood was real. Okay. If you know that, I doubt you know that shit. That looked intentional. That looked like that was a part of the whole thing. So I'm going to go off as if that was a part of the whole, situation, whole story. Why the fuck was Jey Uso bleeding? Jey Uso did not need to bleed tonight. What the fuck was that? Respectfully, bro. Like, I don't understand what the blood did. The blood did not need to be a part of this. This wasn't a grudge match. I just feel like it wasn't needed tonight. That's just me. That's just my personal opinion. You guys might think otherwise, and that's fine. To each their own. But the blood was not needed tonight in that tag team match. But, it was fine, but it was boring from time to time. And Jey Uso has the worst spear in WWE history. It's terrible. Stop doing it. Respectfully. Io Sky and Stephanie Vaquer. Stephanie Vaquer and Io Sky. These are two talented women who are amazing at what they do. They're amazing at what they fucking do. Io Sky, to me, is the best women's wrestler in the world today. How are you doing, Mercedes Moné? You are now number 2. Io Sky is number 1. The love and admiration that Io Sky has been getting, it's really interesting to me that she's finally getting the recognition that she rightfully deserves. I think Io Sky is tremendous. I've been rocking with Io Sky since her days in NXT, Black and Gold. She's incredible. Love Io Sky. And for me personally, as a fan of both Vaquer, which I'll get to in a second, and Sky, I didn't care who won this match. I really didn't, but you kind of knew that Vaquer was going to win tonight. And when that trigger was pulled, that crowd loves Stephanie Vaquer. They love Stephanie Vaquer. And shout out to Booker T. I love that, Stephanie Vaquer sent a shout out to Booker T. That was cool. That was a vibe. That was a bop. So shout out to Booker T, man. But Stephanie Vaquer is amazing. She really is. Got the beauty. So does Io Sky. They both got the beauty. They're both great in-ring performers. Both great storytellers. Really solid on the microphone. Both ladies are. But this is Stephanie Vaquer's moment. And WWE told us, the fans, yeah, this Rocket Pack is definitely on Stephanie Vaquer, as it should be. Shout out to her country in Chile. I know they're excited. I love that her father was there, man. God bless that moment. That was great. Wholesome moment there. And when Stephanie Vaquer got the win, it just really solidified to me in terms of the reaction that she received, that she's a rock star, bro. She's a rock star. She's a killer. And she's going to be one of, if not the face of women's wrestling in WWE for many years to come. Now, here's the question. Are we getting Stephanie Vaquer versus Rhea Ripley in Perth? Because we all know the winner of this match is going to challenge Rhea Ripley, and the winner was Stephanie Vaquer. Is WWE saying to themselves, all right, we cannot wait until WrestleMania or whenever. We need to do this match now. We need to do Vaquer versus Ripley right now. Because WWE has been constantly teasing this match on and off and throwing subliminals. Like, yeah, nigga, like, everybody that's thinking about this match, we thinking about it too. We just waiting for when the right time is to bring this match to life. Are we finna get that match in real time in Perth for the women's world title? If so, WWE, you are in a situation. You are in a pickle between Vaquer and Ripley. For me personally, I think the best bet is to do a triple threat. You protect Rhea, you protect Io, and Io can eat the pin. And Vaquer can kind of be like, hey, Rhea, I pinned Io Sky twice in that one-on-one match and in the triple threat. So I have her number, but you don't. That's going to eat at Rhea Ripley. That's going to continue to eat at Rhea Ripley. And I've said it before. I think Rhea Ripley, and I've been seeing it a lot through the communities on TikTok and Twitter. Rhea Ripley does need a switch in character. You need to switch that mommy persona into something deadly of a mommy persona, something deadly. I think a heel turn is very warranted. Or a tweener leading into a heel, but the mommy version. The frustration with Rhea Ripley can't beat Io, but you have this newbie and Stephanie Vaquer. She beat Io Sky clean in the middle of the ring. And she pinned her in the triple threat match. Come on, yo. That's going to eat at Rhea Ripley. That's going to eat at Rhea Ripley. She wants that women's world title bad. I think the triple threat match is the way to go, but if they do that 1v1 between Sky and, or not Sky, but Vaquer and Ripley, I think WWE is going to put themselves, honestly, in a corner. So I personally think the triple threat match is the best decision to go. I'm not the writer. I'm not WWE. So we're going to have to wait and see. But the best match of the night, no doubt about it, was Io Sky versus Stephanie Vaquer. Let me know how you guys are feeling about the match between Vaquer and Sky. We got to talk about something very controversial. I haven't really seen it, but I seen it a little bit, but it wasn't as blatant as I thought it was going to be. This tag team match between Becky Lynch, Seth Rollins, AJ Lee, and CM Punk was great. This match was fucking fire, bruh, from start to finish. This shit was fucking fire, bruh. From start to finish, this match was lit. As it was going on, I seen it in the crowd, just a little bit. They were kind of getting fatigued. And it kind of seemed, from my point of view, that WWE was kind of just lingering on. They were just going through the motions with this match. I know some people are probably going to think this match went too long. Right? And I wouldn't be surprised if that happens and people, podcasters, content creators, talk about how this match went too long. For me, it didn't go too long, but it was kind of teetering to head that way. For me personally, if you feel like it went too long already, that's your prerogative. I don't feel like it went too long, but it was starting. If they just kept going, it was starting to creep into that territory. But this match was great. AJ Lee looked amazing. AJ Lee is, respectfully. Becky Lynch, respectfully. You know what I mean? And it's crystal clear. I said it before. I'll say it again continuously. AJ Lee needs to be the person to defeat Becky Lynch and become the new women's Intercontinental Champion. Beginning feuds with Bayley, Roxanne Perez, and maybe a Liv Morgan coming back. I think that's where they need to go down the line. And Becky Lynch can maybe take a break, something like that. I don't know. But I think Becky Lynch is doing some of the best work of her career. I think Becky Lynch is great. And also thinking about Becky Lynch, bro, y'all niggas out there were like, oh, her theme song ain't good. Bro, to each their own, it is what it is. But, bro, her theme song is fire. I don't know what y'all talking about, but respect, you know what I mean? But her theme song is fire to me. But this tag team match was great. AJ Lee looked great. I wouldn't be surprised, and I don't know if they're going to save it until WrestleMania. I think we need to get Seth Rollins versus CM Punk one-on-one. I think we're going to get AJ Lee versus Becky Lynch in Perth. And then I also think we're going to get CM Punk versus Seth Rollins in Perth. And if we get CM Punk and Seth Rollins in Perth, I'm telling you right now on this podcast, we need to get a Hell in a Cell match. We need to get a Hell in a Cell match between Seth Rollins and CM Punk, unless they're going to save it for a potential Bad Blood pay-per-view. I don't know if Bad Blood's coming back. I have no idea. But if it does come back, we need to get Seth Rollins versus CM Punk inside Hell in a Cell at Bad Blood. If Bad Blood's not coming back, we need to get a Hell in a Cell match or a steel cage match or a last man standing match. Street fight, hardcore match, I don't know, something between Punk and Rollins in Perth. I would prefer a Hell in a Cell match. So, that's just me. That's just my opinion on it. This was a fun match. I really enjoyed this match from start to finish. This was a very entertaining match. It really, really was. And for people who are out there maybe thinking it went too long, that's fine. I kind of started to feel that a little bit as it was going on, but I didn't really outright feel it completely. You know what I mean? But I did kind of see it in the crowd a little bit. People are on their phones and kind of standing around a little bit, or not standing around, but like looking around and shit. So kind of seeing that a little bit. But the match was great. I really enjoyed it. And this was the second best match of WrestlePalooza. At this point, WrestlePalooza was a thumbs-up show with a boring match between the Usos versus Breakker and Bronson Reed. But at the end of the day, I did think this was a thumbs-up show. Now we got the main event. You can't get any underwhelming than the main event. And I'm going to be completely transparent. This felt like a Dolph Ziggler, Dean Ambrose SummerSlam match that was in the middle of the show at the time. This felt like a middle of the card, but presented as a main event. This did not feel like a main event. I don't know what the fuck WWE was thinking. Y'all niggas should have did John Cena, Brock Lesnar, or the mixed tag team match. Quite frankly, you should have done the mixed tag team match as the main event. Or you could have done Buck Kerr and Io Sky as the main event. This should not have been the main event. I'm going to say that right now. This should not have been the main event. And Triple H, you keep consistently lying to fans, they going to get your ass. I'm telling you. Stop lying to these people. I'm one of the people, but I ain't bothered by it. It is what it is. I always, Triple H, he's got to say things. I understand that. But people keep receipts, man. I'm telling you. And this match was underwhelming. This match didn't do nothing for me. It wasn't good. It wasn't bad. It was in the middle of the road, bro. It was in the middle of the road. And I feel bad for Drew McIntyre. I wonder if we're going to get a rematch because the referee kind of coerced Drew McIntyre and didn't come into the ring at the time that McIntyre had a 3 count on Cody Rhodes. So I wonder if we're going to get another match between the two. They have good chemistry, but the match it really didn't do much for me. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't good either. It was in the middle of the road. And for that to be the main event and to have it in the show like that from that specific standpoint, that's disappointing. That's disappointing. And the way it ended, a lot of people feel like this was not a good show. The way it ended, a lot of people feel like this was a thumbs down show because of the main event. You need to end the main event on somewhat of a high or something of a, all right, what's next? We didn't get any of that shit. What's next for Cody Rhodes? We don't know. I feel bad for Drew McIntyre. I'm going to say that right now. I feel bad for Drew McIntyre. McIntyre is the bridesman, but not the groom. He had a great run in the pandemic, but it just seems like they don't trust him. They put other people as priority other than Drew McIntyre. You feel it, you sense it, you see it. You got to be real with yourselves. That's how I see it. They don't trust Drew McIntyre, bro. They don't. If they did, he would have won the world title tonight. Are we going to get Randy Orton? When's Randy Orton coming back? Are we going to get that heel turn? Are we going to get that feud between Orton and Cody Rhodes? I think it's time. And I'm going to be honest. Like I said earlier in the show, I was going to address it. When we got to the main event, I'm going to address it right now. Cody Rhodes is not cutting it for me as champion. I think Cody Rhodes, I don't know if you guys are ready for me to say what I'm about to say, but I'm going to say it anyway. Cody Rhodes is a better chaser than a champion. I'm going to say that again. Cody Rhodes is a better chaser than a champion. He's not doing it for me as a champion. He's really, really not. I don't know who needs to beat Cody Rhodes. Maybe it is Randy Orton. Maybe if it's a CM Punk, is it Drew McIntyre? I don't know. I am bored of not CM Punk, but I'm bored of Cody Rhodes' title reign. I really, really am. But he's one of the top guys. Crowd loves him. I love Cody Rhodes too. I'm not trying to, be negative fully on Cody Rhodes. I love Cody Rhodes. He's great, but his title reign, I'm not interested in it, man. WWE has done Cody Rhodes a disservice with his title reigns. I don't know why they don't have opponents immediately lined up, stories immediately lined up for him. It's like he faces somebody and somebody and somebody. Where's that Joker to his Batman? They don't have that. They should in Randy Orton, but I think now we need to get that match. You cannot save it. We need to get that match. Cody Rhodes needs something thick in terms of investment in a rivalry for his title. We need that Randy Orton, and we need to get that as soon as possible. There's some good things about WWE, but there's some boring things about WWE as well. And one of the boring things is Cody Rhodes' title reign. The Vision. Solo Sikoa's faction. There's some boring aspects about the WWE product. In terms of presentation, knock it out of the park. In terms of ending the show, they ended the show on a disappointing note. They really did. But overall, this was a thumbs up show. Thank you guys so much for listening to the Wrestling Takeover podcast. Peace and blessings to each and every one of y'all, man. And listen, this is the most creative and honest podcast in the space. This is a strictly WWE-based podcast. So if you're a WWE fan out there and you want to support, spread the word, subscribe to the Wrestling Takeover podcast. I'm going to give y'all that real talk. I'm going to give you guys those conversations that people in the community are scared to talk about. If you guys want to follow me on social media, man, do so on Twitter at JT Takeover, right? On Instagram at The Wrestling Takeover. And I'm also on TikTok, TikTok.com/Jordan T and a long little dash. I appreciate y'all kicking it with me, man. I'm signing off, and I'll see you guys next time on the Wrestling Takeover podcast. Y'all have a good night.